green mountain, clean water. A pleasant and hospitable place, Cheongdo. It's Cheongdo, the birthplace of Saemaul Undong. Saemaul Undong, that made South Korea the world's 10th largest economy by enabling the people to fight poverty and work together. All began in this small village in Cheongdo, Gyeongbuk Province. The birthplace of Saemaul Undong, Cheongdo Village in Cheongdo-uk, Cheongdo-gun. Cheongdo Village has long been famous as a village without three things: idle, drunk, or gambling restaurants. However, Cheongdo Village was not always a prosperous town. The land was devastated during the Japanese colonial rule and from the Korean War, while the entire nation suffered from abject poverty in the 1950s. Cheongdo Village was no different from other rural villages. With no social infrastructure, people suffered from flood and drought in summer and had to struggle in poor housing conditions. It was in 1957, a decade before the beginning of Saemaul Undong, when the village experienced a wind of change after being stuck in poverty and destitution for so long. The residents of Cheongdo Village, who were hard-working and united, asked to be called the Ant Village from the past, worked together as one to develop their village by their own means. Cheongdo Village's new community movement, which began in 1957, first began with a project to build a farm road that is 4 meters wide and 2,500 meters long, with 1,810 people. By actively carrying out renovating projects aimed at improving kitchens, walls, and toilets, the rural village succeeded in improving the quality of life to urban standards. It grew into a rich village with total assets of 20 million won by saving rice, running village sales shops, carrying out joint profit projects, encouraging each household to own one bank book to raise village funds. In addition, Cheongdo Station was opened in 1967, while projects to renovate walls and roofs and expanding village roads and connecting electricity were carried out together to develop the village. The new community movement, which began in a small ordinary rural village, became the root of Saemaul Undong, which made South Korea what it is today. Cheongdo Village in Cheongdo carried out the nation's first modernization project when South Korea's rural area was struggling from poverty. There was one person who was deeply impressed by Cheongdo Village. That person was President Park Chung-hee, who advocated Saemaul Undong. The encounter of President Park and Cheongdo Village began from an unexpected coincidence. When the entire nation was devastated by the flood that hit the nation in the summer of 1969, President Park, on his way back from visiting the flood damage restoration site in Gyeongnam Province, was deeply impressed by Cheongdo Village, located on the side of the railway of Gyeongbu Line. Deeply moved by the polished roads and renovated roofs, and the disaster recovery efforts carried out voluntarily by all residents, President Park, in the following year, on April 22, 1970, suggested in a regional ministerial meeting to newly transform our villages by our own means, which served as an opportunity to spread Saemaul Undong across the nation. As such, the new community movement of Cheongdo Village is the root of Saemaul Undong, and Cheongdo Village served a leading role in the birthplace of Saemaul Undong. A land preservation video was produced by the Ministry of Culture in Cheongdo Village in 1970, and in the same year, the President's Secretary Office promoted Cheongdo Village in Cheongdo-up, Gyeongbuk Province, as a village with strength, will to prosper, which will serve as a role model nationwide as a well-developed village with hard-working residents, leading people around the nation to visit Cheongdo Village to learn from its success. Saemaul Undong, which began from Cheongdo Village's new community movement, is rooted upon the three spirits of diligence, self-help, and cooperation. And the success of Saemaul Undong is based on the leader's future-oriented and specific goal-setting under the national consensus to fight absolute poverty, the active participation of the residents, and the devoted efforts of the Saemaul leaders. Saemaul Undong, which started as a campaign to improve people's livelihoods, served as the main driver of making South Korea what it is today, and has been brought to attention by people around the world after more than 50 years. In addition, in June 2013, the archives of Saemaul Undong was registered as UNESCO's Memory of the World and triggered the international community to take note of South Korea's Saemaul Undong once again. In order to highlight the historic value of Saemaul Undong and to commemorate the fact that Saemaul Undong originated from Cheongdo Village in Cheongdo-gun, Cheongdo-gun opened the Saemaul Undong Birthplace Memorial Hall in Cheongdo Village in April 2009, followed by the Saemaul Undong Birthplace Memorial Park, built based on the region's indigenous natural, cultural, social, and historic resources to provide information on the history of Saemaul Undong and related historic context, as well as other tourist attractions to visitors. Saemaul Undong Birthplace Memorial Hall showcases the photos and video clips of Saemaul Undong in the past and dynamically introduces Saemaul Undong to the visitors. In the Saemaul Undong Birthplace Memorial Park, President Park Chung-hee's train, Shingo Station, and Shindo Rice Mill are reproduced to enable visitors to look back on the historic significance of the moment when President Park Chung-hee set foot on Shingo Station and envisioned Saemaul Undong in 1969, and various education and activity programs are offers in Saemaul School and Saemaul Farm.
외국 사람들은 우리가 새마을 운동으로 가난을 이겨낸 것을 보고 한강의 기적이라고 하지만 그 기적 속에는 우리 부모님 세대들의 투철한 마음이랑 피와 땀이 새겨져 있다는 사실을 알게 됐습니다.
The Saemaul Undong Birthplace Memorial Park, by offering various programs encompassing culture, education, and ecosystem, will emerge as Cheongdo-gun's top tourist site, which serves as a space enjoyed by people of all generations and improves the quality of the residents' lives. South Korea, which achieved the miracle of the Han River and shocked the world, all begin from Saemaul Undong. South Korea, once considered as a nation with no hope, is now recognized as a symbol of hope, and its Saemaul Undong is hailed as a development model for poverty fighting around the world. Cheongdo, the birthplace of Saemaul Undong, is devoted to sharing the experience of Saemaul Undong with the international community in line with globalization. After spreading Saemaul Undong in the Philippines in 2013, Cheongdo launched a full-fledged project for the globalization of Saemaul Undong in 2014 and is building a pilot Saemaul village in Vietnam by participating in the project aimed at establishing overseas pilot Saemaul villages along with Gyeongbuk Province and Koika. Cheongdo-gun, by establishing the Saemaul Research Center, is also carrying out education, research, academic seminars, and publishment projects, and is devoted to sharing the experience of Saemaul Undong with people of all ages at home and abroad, to enable them to practice Saemaul Undong in order to establish its status as the birthplace of Saemaul Undong. Saemaul Undong, which transformed South Korea. It is time to pursue the global Saemaul Undong for the joint prosperity of humanity. Cheongdo, the birthplace of Saemaul Undong, will lead the effort in sharing the experience of Saemaul Undong and practicing Saemaul spirit. New history begins in Cheongdo.